Nigel Cecil, equity as you like it.
Especially for my equitable friends. Chakabutties! Hello to my equitable friends!
Cobblers to your equitable friends!
And cobblers to you too! Hello, Chakabutties. Nigel Cecil here, moi, once again, with a little bit of entertainment and information. You know, information's always better, coupled with a little bit of entertainment, isn't it? A bit like the BBC, Hillary. Yes, but moi, as an entertainment entrepreneur, you know, with the Pandora Theatre at Slough Square, the Medallion Theatre at Deansgate Circus, and of course the Helios Theatre Group across our 4 nations. Now, my equitable friends have been in touch and they ask me questions. And I'd like to give my advice. So I hope you find it entertaining and informative. Now, this particular time, there's an important rule change about the equity rulebook coming up, starting towards the end of October. Are you an equity member? You might think you are, but maybe you're not. Why? Because one of my equitable friends, a long-standing member of Equity, weren't they, Hillary, decided to log into the website. And it's useful to log into the Equity website to see what's going on. Indeed, when did you last log on to the Equity website? And apparently there's a new one being launched very soon. Well, my friend logged on to the Equity website, putting in their number and their password, and guess what? This happened. Not only did that happen once, twice, thrice, but they couldn't get anywhere. So they thought they'd better ring Equity and see what's going on. So they did. And firstly, the number that they dialed in the diary for this year was a message to say, well, we no longer work for Equity, so please call the switchboard. So they did. The guy on the switchboard was very helpful and said, what did you say your number was? Really? Could you give me that number again? And how do you spell your name? Oh, well, I'm sorry, not able to help. We'll have to put you through to membership records. Membership records? A very helpful lady said. And what did you say your number was? Oh, can we put that in again? Yeah. And what is your name? How do you spell it? I think we'll have to call you back on this one. And this equitable friend said, what? Am I no longer a member of Equity? I pay my subs. What's going on? Well, shortly later, the lady at Equity HQ kindly rang back and confirmed, well, we've reactivated your account. What? Reactivated their membership? Who'd cancelled it? What had gone on? Now, if it can happen to them, and they were totally unaware of it, are you sure that your membership, even though you have the card, like my equitable friend did, is still operative, especially with these referendums coming up? You know, this referendum about the rule change. Oh, and what is it about that, Hillary? Yes, you've got it here. This referendum about the new rule book. It's the union's current rules and practices. This is what it's meant to make it more accessible and easier to understand, along with making some limited changes. Limited changes? Well, my equitable friends are inclined to say that they find that a little bit, probably, not quite telling the truth. As an equity editor, stopping Nigel in his prime now. Then it goes on to say that Equity has held the largest, most open, grassroots and democratic rule change process the union has ever undertaken. And apparent with that one, as we mentioned before here, 72 members, including councillors, took part in what is the most open, largest grassroots and democratic rule change process the union has ever undertaken. So given that, and it's supposed to be limited changes, well, please check your equity membership. Make sure you are a member, and it's well worth having a look at the equity website. Oh, and while we're on it, somebody else said, why doesn't equity, as it says it's a progressive union, look at looking, that's a good phrase, Hilary, yes, as how they actually count the votes and show the members what's happening. Because transparency is all the thing. So wouldn't it be a jolly good idea if the actual voting, the count, was put live on Zoom? A first for a trade union. You could have the General Secretary there, the President there, a trustee there, as the independent scrutineer, Popularis, actually does the count and shows it live on Zoom. I think that would be absolutely brilliant and a really good way forward for equity to show other trade unions how transparency in democracy is equity in action. Is it, Hilary? Yes, well, there you go, there's a thought. Now, I'll be talking more, apparently, I'm told. I've got to be talking about the rule book, but I thought, as somebody said, entertainment. Finish off, Nigel, with a little bit of entertainment. So I've been sent these cards, and I have to read one at the end of each video. And I don't know what they are, so we'll pick this one first. Oh, yes. What do you call a cold crocodile? A refrigerator. A refrigerator. Oh, well, join me more for some Nigel's little musings, information and entertainment about show business and about all sorts of things. An equitable time to you. Bye for now.
Nigel Cecil, equity as you like it.